All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of the Season of Discovery launch, we have gotten word from retail. Okay? We've gotten patch notes. What's going on? Who is the biggest winner and who is the biggest loser of the class tuning incoming December 5th? All right, here we go. Let's read out these patch notes. We'll check them out and see exactly what's going on. As we continue to closely monitor data on class performance as well as player feedback, we've developed the following adjustments to classes that are over and underperforming in group content and PvP. These changes will go into effect with the scheduled weekly maintenance in each region. That is Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, for North America, and Wednesday if you are European. Classes, blood, don't care. Unholy, virulent plague damage increased by 15%, does not apply in PvP combat. Epidemic damage increased by 12%. Festering strike damage increased by 20%. Festering wound damage increased, does not apply in PvP combat. And ghoul sweep, so Death Knight's got some damage. They got ghoul sweeping claws, festering strike, and epidemic damage. I don't know how much damage that is, but yeah. A little bit of buffs to Unholy Decay, I would say. Which is, I would say, not necessarily needed. I don't know how big those buffs are. Hopefully they're not big. Demon Hunter, Havoc. Fell Rush damage reduced by 12%. Immolation Aura damage reduced by 12%. Fell Barrage damage reduced by 12%. Oh! Turns out Havoc Demon Hunters are OP in PvE too. So, they got some solid PvE nerfs. Okay. Restoration Druid. Ferocious Bite damage decreased by 20%, does not apply in PvP combat. Rip damage decreased by 15%. Rake damage decreased, and Shred damage. So Restoration Druid got feral damage nerfs, which is interesting. We got Devastation Evoker PvE buffs. All damage spell. Oh my god. All damaging spells increased by 5%. Regenerative Magic increases Leech by 5%. Draconic Legacy increases stamina by 8%. Oh my god. So Devastation Evoker got tankiness buffs and damage buffs. That's big for Devastation. I swear that's actually really, really big. Devastation Evoker is just slowly but surely getting the buffs, and they're actually looking really good. I think they actually might be okay. Amurdrasil, 4-piece, Dire Beast, kill command damage reduced by 30%. Beast Cleave gained by Dire... Okay, so they... Good nerfs on the tier set for Beast Mastery Monks. Let's see here for Windwalkers. Windwalkers got all ability damage increased by 6%. Windwalkers already do a lot of damage. That is big. Let's see what we went for Mistweaver. Manatee reduced the mana cost of spells by 25%. They say nerfed Manatee. Upswelling can now stack up to 15 times. Okay. 6% is more than you think on every ability. It's actually a lot. Essence Font healing decreased by 10%. Invigorating Mist healing decreased. Calming Coalescence now increases the absorb of Life Cocoon by 2%. Okay, that's actually warranted. I swear it was so OP. Vivify primary healing increased by... Like, Calming Coalescence made Life Cocoon so big, it might as well have been a bajillion. Like, oh, I give you Life Cocoon, it absorbs a bajillion damage. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's actually at the level it was. So... Ancient Concordance now increases the damage of Blackout Kick. Or chance of Blackout Kick to reset. Okay, so they actually made it so it's more likely that it resets. Discipline, all healing reduced by 3%, all damage reduced. Interesting. Holy Paladin, Crusader Strike now costs 0.6 base mana. Deals 25%. Oh, they buffed Crusader Strike and they buffed Hammer of Wrath. Dang. That's nice. Holy Paladins are going to be happy about that one. Holy Priests, all healing increased by 4%. Wow, they buffed their tier, okay. Kingsbane damage reduced, great. Blind side effects, chance reduced to 15% and 30% against low health targets. Very nice. This nerf is absolutely ridiculous. It's a pretty minor nerf. A Healing Surge now costs 4.4% base mana. Chain lightning damage increased by 20%. Acid rain damage increased by 10%. Okay, cool. So these are all PvE changes. Every change that I just read to you was for PvE. It was for Mythic Plus, and it was for raiding. Has nothing to do with PvP. Now we get to the PvP changes. Let's see what they did. Death Knight, Rotten Touch effectiveness reduced by 40%. What is that? Rotten Touches, wow. I Google that. Rotten Touches, wow. Rotten Touch is sudden doom causes your next death coil. Also increase clawing shadows against the target. Okay, so they nerfed a little bit of damage from Death Knights. Muter Cells 4. So they nerfed Restoration Druid's 4 set, and they nerfed their Mastery. Oh, shit. Just straight up healing nerfs for Resto Druids. That's very interesting. They nerfed their 4 set, and they just straight up nerfed their Mastery. Marksmanship, Survival of the Fittest now reduces damage taken by an additional 10% in PvP combat. Exhilaration now heals 40% of max health. So, what? Hunter survival buffs. Very interesting. Okay. Fix an issue that caused Fortifying Bruise damage reduction to be higher than intended in PvP combat. What? I didn't... Okay. Mistweaver. Chi Harmony now increases healing received by 15%. Healing Elixir now heals for 10% of maximum health. Yulon's Grace now creates an absorb for 1% of your maximum health. Yeah, I'm surprised they nerfed Mistweaver so much. Huh. Wow, they like really nerfed Mistweaver. Why did they do that? That's like very confusing to me. So Fortifying Brew is not a damage reduction. Like they nerfed Fortifying Brew, they nerfed Dampen Harm, they nerfed Yulon's Grace, they nerfed Healing Elixir, and they nerfed Diffuse Magic. That's like, yeah, but like, okay, that is actually really, I mean, whatever. All right. Discipline Priest. The Murderstill 4 set now has a 100% chance to cast another Smite. So they buffed the 4 set for Disc in PvP. That's really interesting. They buffed Tier in PvP. Thorum's Invocation now increases the Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning damage by 10%, was 20. Lava Lash damage now increased by 25% in PvP combat. Elemental Blast damage is now reduced by 6% in PvP combat. So Elemental Blast got buffed. Storm Meter now causes Chain Heal and Healing Surge again. 150% of Maelstrom Weapon was okay. Wait, so they buffed Enhancement Shaman instant heals? So why? Okay. They buffed the instant healing of Enhancement Shaman. Let's go. Lava Burst damage from a Muter Cell now reduced by 40%. Okay, Muter Cell 2 set is no... Restoration effectiveness is no longer reduced in PvP combat. Was reduced by 50%. Wait, so they buffed Restoration Shaman Riptide even more? All right. Shadow Blade's extra shadow damage reduced to 15% in PvP combat. Thieves Bargain cooldown reduction reduced to 20%. So they nerfed Thieves Bargain and they nerfed Shadow Blades for Subtlety Rogue. Oh, God. Demonology. Fell Obelisk now increases attack speed by 10%. Oh my God, they chopped that up. Master Summoner reduces the cast time at Call of Dreadstalkers by 15%. Okay, they nerfed Master Summoner. They nerfed Fell Obelisk. Wait, what? They nerfed, okay. Doombrand is now undispellable. Okay, the debuff duration reduction for Doombrand is no longer reduced in PvP combat. Damage attacks from a Muter Cell 2 set and 4 set bonus are now reduced. Okay. Not huge. I don't think those are like the most crazy nerfs. They're nerfs, but they're not like, I don't think they're going to kill Demo or anything. Flame Rift damage from Muter Cell is no longer reduced in PvP combat. Oh my God. Okay, Destro Warlocks are... Alright. Rampage damage now deals 40% additional damage. So Rampage does more damage. Execute now deals 50% additional. Fury Warrior buffs, baby. Rampage does more damage. Execute does more damage. Crushing Blow does more damage. Raging Blow does more damage. And Annihilator does more damage. Okay. We'll see. I think Fury Warriors are gonna... There'll be something. We'll see what happens. Not that many people play Fury Warrior, but I think they're gonna be quite... We'll see, man. I keep saying that I think Fury's gonna be good. I don't see him that often. Maybe we'll start seeing him. I really don't know, but... We got some big winners here. Windwalker's gaining more damage is pretty crazy. Devastation, I swear, is slowly getting to a spot where it's going to be insane. And then a little bit of rogue nerfs. I think the rogue nerfs are like a slap on the wrist, you know, like nothing. Nothing. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. I think rogues are still going to be absolute gods. But yeah, interesting changes. These come out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, depending on what region you're in. Oh, I guess it's Fistweaver nerfs. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Oh, I just realized that the changes to is probably to nerf punch monks. Everything makes sense now. How am I so dumb? How did I not even think about that?